All right, Jeff here, update from the Appalachian Trail. It is 5:42 on Sunday, May 23rd. Not a lot of videos or pictures today, just trying to make miles. Excuse me, I got a day ahead of schedule. Got into Franklin, North Carolina last night. Owner of Baltimore Jack's Hostel got lucky. He just happened to be in town and gave us a ride from Winding Stair Gap, and we stayed at his hostel. Turns out some other people we knew were in town. Solo, Dawn, the girls, Natalie, and can't remember her name. Anyway, so we met up for some drinks and some dinner and whatnot last night, and then trying to get a shuttle back to the trail today was an ordeal, and I don't think we got on the trail till like 2:30 or something. So trying to do 10 miles, and we all want to camp on top of the fire tower, but I'm not sure if you can see, but I gotta climb that damn thing, and then go down and then go up the next one. So I'm pretty tired, resupplied, and I got way too much food in my bag, but it was more trouble than it's worth to try to mail it forward. So late start, too much town food and too much trail food in my bag makes for a slow going day. So I'm gonna try to eat a bunch and then make it to the knock by tomorrow night. Probably leave some food there, take 2 days of food with me to Fontana, and then get a shuttle back, because we're planning on rafting on Thursday. Man, I'm tired. Anyway, I'm trying to get up there before sunset, so I better get back to it. Hey, good morning here from Wyabald. Beautiful panoramic view up here on top of this stone fire tower. I camped up here last night with Dawn, Ron, Katie, also known as Jersey and Brooklyn, and Solo. A few other people up here as well. But really tough day of hiking. We did 10 miles. Let me turn around. We did 10 miles. It didn't start until like 2:30. So 10 hard miles. Got up here, got to watch the sunset. It's pretty awesome. Today we're trying for 17 miles to the NOC, so longest day yet. Pretty tough terrain, but it's beautiful out here. So check in later. Alright, coming to you live from the Appalachian Trail up here on Westerwald Tower. Incredible 360-degree views of mountains everywhere. That's the direction we came from this morning. I think Standing Indian and Albert Mountain are way back there. We were there a couple days ago. This is the direction we're going, towards the Great Smoky Mountains. It's been a really hot day, but we've done over 10 miles already. Started on the trail at 8:15, and we did over 10 miles to get here by about 2, and we got 6.7 more to go down into the NOC. So yeah, getting some kind of trail legs, but trying to knock out the rest of the miles to Fontana by Wednesday evening. So far so good. But anyway, about to hit the trail. It's hot, but it's 6.7 miles downhill mostly, all the way to the NOC. So check in later. All right, heading down the steep part down to the NOC. This trail is incredibly steep and incredibly rocky. Came from just up there. So trying to walk slow and be careful. Watch your footing. It's really hot. It's like 86 down in town. They're talking about record temperatures. So they must send some of my warm weather gear home. Although it's supposed to rain, and I'd like to have that in case I get wet. So decisions, but we'll figure that out down at the NOC. All right, it's almost 7. Just stopped at the shelter just up the trail. There's quite a few people there. Some girls, I guess, have been hiking since the same day we were, but they've been faster, so we've caught up. But the NOC is right down there. I'm gonna try and get the restaurant and some food and a beer and see what the accommodations are like, either a bunkhouse or just even a tent site. If I could get a shower, that'd be awesome. So anyway, I'll check in down at the NOC. Hey, good morning. It's 7:20 on Tuesday. Stayed last night here at the NOC in a bunkhouse with Solo in Jersey and some other guy who's a section hiker I never met. We did 17.4 miles yesterday from Wyabald all the way down here to the NOC. It was a long day. Katie stayed back at the last campsite, which is a mile from here. I came down from the mountain and Solo was there, and he's like, oh my god, I'm so worried about you guys. I've been here for like 5 hours. But that dude hikes, you know. But he had reserved a bunk room hoping that we'd show up. So that was awesome. Got some food, 6-pack of beer, and a shower and a good night's sleep. So back on the trail this morning. We gotta do 16 miles today, and the first 8 is the climb back, right back up out of this canyon on the other side up to Chihuahua. So it's 8 miles up there, then another 8 miles to the campground, or the whatever, the shelter. So anyway, doing okay, just pushing some big miles, and we're leaving people behind and catching up to others, so I feel like we're doing pretty good. This is probably the last day we see Solo, because he's going to take off into the Smokies tomorrow, and we're slowing down so we can come back here and raft. So anyway, feeling good, but I got to get on it because it's really hot, and trying to make miles before the sun comes up and makes everything miserable. So anyway, better get to it. Hey, checking in here. Pretty slow going today. Almost 2 miles in after an hour. Yeah, which feels bad, but I guess it's not bad. But beautiful trail up here, all the rhododendrons in bloom. So there's all these white flowers everywhere. I gotta admit, I'm pushing it pretty hard, You know, 17.4 miles yesterday. Trying to do 16 today, up one of the hardest climbs on the AT, which is 8, so there's about 6 miles to go on the climb. And then another, I think, 12 or 13 tomorrow before the 0. But I've been pushing it hard. My knee hurts. The arch of my right foot hurts pretty bad. I'm running out of ibuprofen, so I kind of stopped back there and drank water. Mixed in some Gatorade powder and some caffeine powder, just trying to power my way through it, and then just think of that 0 day coming up in 2 days. So man, we're killing it, but comes with a price. So I don't know, hopefully get through these next couple days, and a 0 will make it all better. So anyway, this is one of those I need to stop and take a breather videos. But we'll take a breath and keep on going. All right, check in from the trail. It's just after noon. I've done 7 miles this morning. Jersey's goal was to get up to Chioa Bald by noon for lunch. I'm about a mile short, and it's right up there. So I'm at Sassafras Gap Shelter. Stop here for some water and a breather, and then it's another mile up the hill to Chioa Bald. And then another 8 miles. It's not bad, it's just hot, and my feet hurt, so just trudging along, still making decent time. But you know, I haven't seen anybody. Solo took off this morning, then Ron, then me. I haven't seen another hiker all day, so pretty thin in the hiker community. But anyway, take a quick break and then trudge up the mountain for a good long lunch break. All right, so it's 12:55. Made it to Chioa Bald before 1, which is kind of my goal. Absolutely beautiful up here. There's nobody else up here. Ron and Solo are long gone. So I'm gonna take a break, eat some hot lunch, cool off, and trek the next 9 miles to camp. I got bugs all over me. I stink, I sweat. It's crazy. But that was a hard climb. One of the toughest on the AT, as I understand. I'll get the elevation profile later, but that was tough 8 miles out of the gorge, almost uphill the whole way. So the good thing is, this is the top of my day. There's some ups and downs, but as I like to say, it's mostly downhill from here. So all right, time for some food and to stop sweating. All right, sitting here at a little stream just off of Locust Grove Gap or something. I don't know, there's a campsite up there. This is the first water since I don't know, it's been a long time since there's water. So I've been basically out of water since lunch on top of Chioa Bald. Been about 2.5 miles downhill. It's about 3:45 right now. So I'm filtering some water. And 5.5 miles to go. So going pretty good. Just taking it kind of slow and easy, but still there's hardly anybody out here. 3 people showed up on top when I was up there getting ready to leave, and Katie was still on her way up, so we haven't seen her today. Solo, I guarantee, is already at the campsite unless he decided to just keep going. And I think Ron is at Dakota Gap, which is a couple miles ahead, 3 miles ahead. taking a break. So it's been a long day, but not too hard. Just trying to stay in the shade. When you're in the sun, it's pretty hot. But I don't know. This morning I was sweating like crazy, but you know, feel pretty good this afternoon. So anyway, check in down the trail. All right, quick update. It's 5:30-ish, 5:37. I'm at Stokoa Gap, taking a quick break. Got a couple miles left to go to get back to the campsite. Campsite's up those stairs and up that mountain, and yeah, there you go. So pretty cool little spot. There's someone left some trail magic over there, some water, much needed. This is a really big climb up and down today and hardly any water, so been really trying to conserve it. I hiked for a couple miles without water at all. But anyway, this will be a 16-mile day. I'll be ready to be done with it. A quote short 13 tomorrow into the Smoky, or yeah, into the edge of the Smokies at Fontana, and then a 0. So we're really killing it, but also getting tired of doing such big miles. So anyway, let's get this done. I would love to be in camp before 7. So time to move on. Good morning. It's Wednesday, May 26th. Checking in from the trail. Last night stayed at Brown Fork Gap Shelter right behind me. Me, Ron, Katie, and there's 3 other guys there too. 16-mile day yesterday was pretty tough. Up out of the NOC to Chua Bald, and then another 8 miles here, which was pretty steep. The last mile or so it rained, but it just motivated me to walk faster and get here. So basically we've been averaging 16 miles a day since Carter Gap Shelter, so we've been booking it. Today's a fairly easy 13-mile day down to Fontana Dam. I got a hotel room booked for 2 nights at the Fontana Hotel, or whatever it's called. So 13 miles down there, 2 nights in a hotel, and then rafting tomorrow, and then we tackle the Smokies. So really looking forward to getting rejuvenated a little bit before the Smokies. So anyway, time to start hiking. Getting a late start today, but that's okay. All right, checking in from the Appalachian Trail. It's it's not 7 anything. It's 11:30. I've done about 5.5 miles in the last couple hours. Unlike the last few days, this trail's been nice and fun. You know, gentle ups and downs. You can really get cruising. So I've been making good miles. Plus I'm running low on food, and I'm going to a hotel, so I got some extra motivation. But one more kind of big uphill here. I got 6 or 7 miles to go. I think it's 6 miles to the road, but 7 miles to the shelter. So I'd really like to make it to Fontana Dam Shelter and get picked up there, if not to the dam itself. The less I have to do Friday morning, the better, because that starts my 5-day, 4-night trip to the Smokies, which is very ambitious, but I think doable. So feeling good, having fun today for the first time in a couple of days. Yeah, keep on trekking. I'll try to get to the hotel as soon as possible. See you down the trail. All right, so currently walking on the floating dock out to the Fontana Marina store. Done about 12 or 13 miles today. I'm not sure. We stop at the road and not at the shelter. But anyway, going to get some snacks before we get in the shuttle to the hotel. When I planned this hike, this was my original goal. Springer to Fontana. And then due to logistical reasons, I said, well, let's make it Springer to Hot Springs. But if I make it to Fontana, I'll be really happy. Well, guess what? I just made it to Fontana. So I've already done the Smoky section. I'm about to do it again, but basically what that means is I've pretty much done the first 230 miles of the Appalachian Trail. Feels pretty good. So really ready for a rest. Fun day tomorrow, and then tackle the Smokies. I want to try to do 4 days, 4 nights, 5 days. It's really ambitious, but I think we can do it. All right, time for some snacks.